Guys, good morning. How's everybody doing out there? Try to make this go bigger on my screen. There we go. How's everybody doing out there? A little bit of technical challenges this morning. Welcome. Hope everyone had a good solstice and great conjunction day yesterday. My name is Valerie, and Danielle and I alternate teaching this very gentle, slow flow yoga class that is live every Tuesday from 9:30 to about 10:15. Excuse me, guys. And but no, if you can't join us live, these are always available. They'll be archived on the Facebook page, and I'm pretty sure also on the website. I see a couple of folks joining in. If ever you have requests or feedback, feel free to pop that in the comments, or you can shoot us a private message. So welcome. Let's start today just by tuning in a little bit. So taking a few breaths, whether you're seated on the floor or in a chair, taking a few breaths, breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Also, I do have some music going in the background, and sometimes that will cut the sound out for copyright reasons. So if that's happening, let me know and I can just turn that off. I'm just going to pause that for right now. So a few more breaths like that, breathing in through the nostrils, out through the mouth with a sigh. Like to really hear that exhale, maybe even open the mouth, the jaw. We'll probably do some more with the jaws here. We're going to do some more breath work and a little tapping for sinuses, but before we do that, let's do a little some neck rolls and shoulder rolls. Just open up a little bit. I can't figure out my temperature in here today, you guys, whether I'm hot or cold. Alright, so let's inhale as we draw shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale down the round. A little frog in my throat, so really clear some sinus stuff out. That's mine too this time of year, right? And then inhale, shoulders up, exhale forward. Extend, then inhale, drawing shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale. Let's do 3 more of those. Last one. Nice. It's hard to see. For some reason, I'm having trouble getting my screen to go from the size today. So screen on my laptop's really tiny. But I can see if anybody drops anything in the comments. So if you can't hear me or anything tech going on your end, please let me know. All right, let's do a few neck rolls. So releasing the head, the chin toward the chest, right ear to the shoulder, back around. Your choice, whether you go all the way around or from one side to the other. More rolls here. And actually, next one that you find yourself with left ear to left shoulder, extending that left arm out, palm facing up, and then bringing the hand to rest on the right ear, right jaw. So just gentle pressure, palm against the side of the head, your jaw, so you're Intensifying, you're in control of how much you intensify or not intensify that stretch. More breaths here. And then slowly releasing that left palm to the floor, extending the right arm up. Initially, your gaze is staying on that left palm. We're making circles with the right hand in both directions, maybe making a fist, and then releasing that open. So just a reminder, you could be, if you're seated in a chair for this practice, you want to be able to have your feet on the floor, and if you're on like a cushy chair, maybe scoot out towards the edge. If you're in a flat chair, you can scoot back so your back's supported. And then turning your gaze up towards that extended right arm. Inhale. And exhale, reaching that right arm forward. So fingers of the right hand come onto the floor. That left hand's out to the side. Drawing the hips back. Inhaling, and as you exhale, maybe folding forward. That could be close to the floor or higher up. And then slowly coming back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, as you exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. This time, right ear towards right shoulder, extending that right palm out, facing up. Inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the right palm to rest on the left jaw or left ear. So again, gentle pressure, hand towards the head towards the hand. Lengthening along the left neck and shoulder. A couple more breaths here. And then slowly releasing that right palm to the floor this time. Keeping your gaze on the right palm, extending the left arm up, making circles. I'm going to turn my gaze up just so I can see if there's any changes. Ooh, that's a really frog in my throat here. And then making a fist, expanding the fingers wide. Like this. So up overhead. Not sure how well you guys can see that with the tree behind me today. And then we're going to inhale, turning our gaze up towards that extended palm. And exhale, reaching forward with the left hand. So left fingertips come onto the floor, or they would rest on your left thigh if you're seated. Right arm extended out to the side. Inhale, as you exhale, folding forward. Remember, that might be close to the floor, might be up here. If you're seated, you're folding towards your lap. And then slowly come back. Nice. All right, so let's do a little bit of tapping on our face for some lymphatic and sinus opening here. All right, so we're going to start tapping on the collarbones, little bony protrusions here, and then going out towards the shoulders. And then we're going to make some butterfly hands here, really gently pulling downward, sides of the neck towards the middle. Really gentle here. And then hands on the back. So we're not going to do sun salutations today. I thought about that since we're just on the other side of the solstice, and this a little bit more light each day, so I'm going to do some citations next time. I want to be sure to be able to give lots of modifications, including a chair version. So if that's something that you're interested in, put that in the comments or message us. I thought that might be fun to try some different ways for tongue citations. All right, so next we're going to go to the sides of the ears. So you're going to have your hands like this on the side of the ears and just bring them down right along the jawline here. So I can do both sides at the same time. Yeah, so I think we get about somewhere between 30 and 40 seconds more each day. Nice. And then we're going to tap from the corners of the eye up the inside corner to the outside corner. And then over the eyebrows. And then hands on the center of the forehead coming out. And a little massage. Good. And we're going to go back down to here, forehead, top of the brows, under the brows. See what's next, ears. Back of the neck. So if you're just joining us, you could be able to go back to the beginning, but you can always pop in at any time. And again, just all of these are saved on the Facebook page and the website. And then French. And last here. And then coming back to the breath. So before we were inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling through the mouth, this time we're going to bring in some little more of our ocean breath. We're going to bring in our ocean breath, which is breathing in through the nostrils and breathing out through the nostrils. So breathing in. Allowing the breath to come all the way down, feeling breath past the neck, the chest, the ribs, into the belly. Exhale. So I think we'll do a little 4-square breath here. So the 4-square breath is we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4, and hold. So keep going that way. So equal side, if you're thinking about it as a square, sometimes called a box breath. If 4 doesn't feel like the right number for you, you could do 3, 3, 3, or 5, 5, 5, but together we're just going to use the 4. So let's do an inhale and exhale through the nostrils. And then we're going to inhale, hold, exhale through the nose, hold, inhale through the nostrils, hold, exhale through the nostrils, hold, and then continuing maybe for 3 more rounds at your own pace. Again, that could stay with 4, and move to another number. Just remembering that's inhale, pause, exhale, pause, and inhale. So a couple more rounds just at your own pace. Side. noticing the breath. All right, so let's come into some seated cat-cow. So inhale, leading with the chin and the chest. Exhale, chin towards the chest, navel towards the spine. And you can make these always, you're in control, whether this is a home practice or in a class, of how deep a movement is, if you want to add, if you want to go slower. So here, this could be a really close movement, smaller movement. It could be coming really further out. It could be even kind of smooth through. Fluid movement, your choice. Just listen to what your body needs today. You want faster movement or slower? And then let's bring some circles in. So next time you move forward, moving to the side and back and around. You always want to go in both directions. Know about where you guys are. Most of you guys are in this area that's really windy out there. So this grounding practices can be really helpful. It's windy. Stay really hydrated today. Alright, thanks guys. Coming back to center. Inhaling the arms overhead. Exhaling, twisting to the right. So left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Looking over the left shoulder, turning the gaze as far to the right. I'm sorry, looking over the right shoulder. And then inhaling to center. Exhale, twisting towards the left shoulder. So you guys, when I'm in a class, I'm mirroring. On the videos, I'm not mirroring. I get confused. And coming back to center, inhaling the arms overhead. Exhale, reaching forward again. Fingers come to rest on the floor. You can't quite see one here. Grounding the palms, pressing the palms into the floor as you inhale up. And exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. And coming back up. So seated fold, so let's stay on the floor. Let's see, get my bolster back. And making any adjustments as needed. Okay, so we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And then some butterfly wings of the legs. So you can control ways to adjust here would be how close your heels are to your body. If you're seated for this, you can come up towards the edge of your seat, your chair or sofa, whatever seat you're on, and just bring the soles of the feet together on the floor and allow the knees to fall open as much as is comfortable for you. So you're still getting that kind of diamond shape. And then inhale as you exhale, slowly coming forward, initially with a straight spine. So rolled spine would be like this. Straight spine might mean that we're not coming as far forward. So it might be up here or a little further down. Wherever you are, inhaling and exhaling, you should come forward. Same for you folks that are seated. Just remember straight spine, inhaling up, exhaling forward, inhaling up, exhaling forward. And then if you like, rolling the spine, coming forward. And just hanging out here for about 3 breaths. Just looking at the comments. I'm looking at the comments every so often to see if anybody Miss talking. We miss seeing you guys in person. I'm so thankful for this opportunity to be with you guys virtually. I'm really excited to see your faces again. Share physical space, but we can share space from afar. This energetic space. And then slowly coming up. So folks on the floor, we're going to turn your knees, both knees are facing left, your feet are towards the right. The sole of the left foot is kind of on top of the right knee. So coming into deer pose. If you have a bolster, blanket, or pillow, you can have that beside you to rest on. And then seated folks, you're going to cross your left leg over your right and turn towards the left. So you're just going to be seated in your chair and creating a twist that way. So folks on the floor, pausing here, grounding down, inhaling the arms overhead, exhale, turning towards that left knee, placing the hands on the floor on either side of your mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lowering down. We'll flow maybe 3 or 4 times before we come to land here. And then seated folks, you've got your left leg crossed over your right, and you could lift the arms up and then twist to the left. You could do that flow a few times before you hold that twist. So coming down to rest here on a bolster, blanket, pillow, or just on the floor. You don't have to have a prop here. It just can feel nice. And it doesn't have to be a yoga prop bolster. It can be anything. A folded towel, a couple of folded towels or folded blanket. Find a couple more breaths here. And then slowly coming up. We're going to come onto hands and knees here into check here. Inhaling up. Exhale. Chin towards the chest. Navel towards the spine. Seated folks, just doing the same thing in your seated pose. So hands might be on your lap. As you move through this movement. And then pausing here. Inhale as you exhale. You're going to look back over your right shoulder, squeezing right shoulder towards the right hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, squeezing left shoulder towards the left hip. And inhaling back to center. Exhale, coming down into child's pose. So knees can be together or spread wide. Seated folks, same thing. Your feet can be together as you fold the upper body forward to rest. You can cross your arms and rest on your lap, or you can spread the feet wide and come to rest, bringing your hands towards the floor or your feet. Again, if you have a bolster or pillow, folded blanket, anything like that, you could rest your head on it here. Turn the head to one side. Or you can have your head resting on the floor. I'm going to hang out here for about 5 to 7 breaths. So anything that you need to be comfortable, make that adjustment. Same with the breath. Coming back up. And just coming back towards center. If you have a pillow, folded blanket, whatever you're using for your bolster, bringing that to the other side. So this time knees are going towards the right. The sole of the right foot's kind of on the top of the left knee. So pausing here to feel grounded again, releasing any tension in the hips. Seated folks, you're going to cross your right leg over your left. And then when you twist, you'll be turning towards your right. Just one with the cross. If that's not comfortable to cross at the top, you can cross at the ankles. You can cross your right ankle over your left. And inhaling up, exhale, twisting towards the right. So finding that lift first, and then exhale, lowering down. 2 more times. And then coming to rest, either on the floor or whatever your top is here. Folded blankets, folded towels. You want it to be something that can be kind of solid. So if it's a really fluffy pillow, it might be better to use folded towels or blankets. We're going to find 5 to 7 breaths here. So this is a slow practice today, honoring this time. Even though we're moving into more light each day. Yesterday was the shortest day of the year. And this time of a little more darkness, a little more stillness, and a reflection and inward. And then slowly coming up. Again, coming onto hands and knees. And coming into our cat-cow again. Inhaling up, exhaling. And option to come into a little bit of a flow here. So on the exhale, tailbone comes down towards the ankles, scooping up, exhaling back through. If you're seated, you could do the same thing with the knees spread a little bit wide, scooping through that space. And coming back again, the child's pose. And come back to child's pose for another semi-longest hold here. 7 breaths or so. If you have your head turned in one direction before, if you remember what that was, turn it in another direction. So it can go through down. Remember, folks, if you're seated, you can cross the arms and you're folding forward, either with knees together or knees spread apart, moving towards the floor. And 2 more breaths. And then slowly coming up. So we're going to come into hip opener of your choice. And hold it for a little bit. I think last week or a couple weeks ago, Danielle did a yin class. So this is not a yin class, but we have been moving pretty slowly and holding a lot of poses. So we're going to come into pigeon pose, and it's going to be your choice of whether that is pigeon on the floor, which that's what I'm going to be doing, so I'll demo that in a minute. Another option for the floor would be figure four, or sleeping pigeon, supine pigeon, right? So that's where your, we'll start off, if you're going with this option, your right ankle's on your left knee, and you can stay here or needle through. For seated folks, I'm just going to demo all the options here. Seated folks, you're seated, your left foot's on the floor, and then your right ankle comes to rest on the top of your left knee, palms face up, and you're folding forward. Or you're crossed at the ankle. This is the option for in the chair. Palms face up, folding forward. Or you can come into your traditional pigeon where the knee comes forward and coming up. Left leg is extended behind you and then coming down onto the forearms, resting towards the floor. So finding your pigeon where you want to be for about, we're going to 7 to 10 breaths again, about like what we did in child's pose. So it's coming into your pigeon. Remember, figure four is right ankle on the left knee, then needling through, drawing that left knee in towards the chest, but keeping the shoulders relaxed. Wherever you are, we want to relax the shoulders. And then seated would be the same thing with the left foot on the floor, either crossing the right ankle over the left or bringing the right ankle to rest on the left knee and palms face up. So a little exercise here to bring in for the jaw. It also can be distracting, right, for being here in pigeon. Is to take the tongue. I'm going to come up so you can see this a little bit. We're going to run the tongue on the outside of the teeth from one side to the other. So on the top, left to right, and on the bottom. So you would do this still in your pose. I was just coming out to kind of demo that. So run your tongue outside the teeth, top and bottom, left to right. You know, releasing that, just noticing, you might feel that in the jaw, you might even feel that down the neck, back of the neck. All right, and then coming out to switch sides. So if you were on your back with figure four, you can bring both feet to the floor, knees on the outside of the mat, and shake it out. If you're here, step the right foot back and just gently move back and forth. Reset. Here. If you were on the floor, you're here. And same for seated. If you are seated, just bringing the knees to the outer edges of the chair and going from side to side. All right, so other side. If you're on the floor, that would be left ankle on the right knee, needling through and drawing in, relaxing the head, relaxing the neck. Or if you're going to come, same thing for seated folks, as we did before, just on the opposite side. Or if we're coming into pigeon here, knees come in front of you down. Maybe to rest on the floor, or this could be another opportunity to use your bolster, fold blankets, fold towels. Again, we're going to be here for about 10 breaths. About 5 more breaths wherever you are. Really directing the breath to any places or spaces that you are holding or feel tightness. And then slowly coming out. If you're in traditional pigeon, extending that leg behind you, rocking back and forth. We'll all come onto our backs if that's an option. Seated folks, you're staying seated. Move my fire out of the way. Clearing your space. And arms out to the side. Feet towards the outer edges of the mat, allowing the knees to fall to the left, head to the right. If you're seated, so you would have feet spread wide and knees fall to the left and turning the head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. And coming back to center, keeping the feet towards the outer edges of the mat, allowing the knees to fall in and rest on one another. So feet are outer edges of the mat, knees coming in towards. Do the same thing seated. Relaxing the lower back, gently pressing the lower back towards the earth. And releasing the left leg long, extending the arms overhead. Inhale, and as you exhale, drawing the right knee into the chest. Just holding here, pointing and flexing, making circles, ankles. You could do the same thing seated if it's an option to bring the knee all the way into the chest. If not, you could extend that right leg straight out and point and flex on the floor. Option to make some circles, a little more hip opening in both directions. And an option to extend that leg long. You could bend the left leg if you like, or keep it extended flat. Again, pointing and flexing, making circles in both directions. And then releasing that foot to the floor, extending the right leg long. This time drawing the left knee into the chest. Pointing and flexing, making some circles in both directions. And then option to extend that leg long, option to bend the right leg, pointing and flexing. Remember, if you're seated, you could do this just by extending this leg out. Heel could be on the floor as you do this, or leg could be lifted. And then releasing both feet to the floor, extending the legs long. So we're getting ready to come into Shavasana. So if you know that you'd like a blanket or something under the head or any kind of way to make yourself more comfy, take a minute to do that. Or if you need to have any other kind of movement, we had a really gentle class today. So if you feel like you need another pose before being able to relax, take this moment for that. And then also, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but if there's music that you like to have in the background, setting that up. I'm working with figuring that part out, you guys, because with copyright, sometimes when I'm playing music, it cuts the sound out on the video. So maybe just listening to the wind outside or the silence itself here, or the music if you have something set up. And let's take a few breaths just like we did before releasing fully into silence and relaxation here. Let's take a few breaths, inhaling through the nostrils and out through the mouth. Maybe even with a little movement. So inhaling the arms overhead, exhale through the mouth. Just do 2 more of those. Inhale up. 1 more. And then releasing, arms by your side, palms facing up. And just taking a few minutes to scan the body, starting at the feet, feeling the mat, the floor, even the earth beneath you. There's a resonance of the earth itself called the Schumann's resonance. I've mentioned this before, I think, in classes. Some people think those are stronger in certain places, this being one of them, other places that are Sedona, Mount Shasta, different places around the country and the world. But it's everywhere, and something that we can tune into. It's something some people think is shifting or becoming stronger. But whatever your thoughts on that, just noticing in this moment your connection to the earth beneath you. That grounding, that opportunity for grounding and connection to Mother Earth. Feeling where each part of the body is connecting with the floor of the mat, the backs of the calves, the backs of the knees, hamstrings and lower back, the spine and ribs, shoulders and backs of the arms, forearms and hands. In the back of the neck and back of the head, the jaw, crown, and releasing that awareness of the floor, the mat, the body. Allowing yourself to be here for another minute or so. And if you like, if you're a visual person, it's an invitation perhaps to imagine healing light, some golden healing light just above the body, surrounding yourself in this golden healing light. And that light is falling down all around you and on you, surrounding you in all directions, knowing that it's safe for your highest good, for your highest healing. allowing yourself to be here, receiving, palms open. Another few breaths, receiving this healing light, healing energy, while at the same time grounded by the earth beneath you. Find some gentle and fluid movement in the body, maybe with the ankles and hands, the legs and arms. Maybe inhaling, lifting the arms overhead again. Feel this away from the body. And exhale. Coming on to one side. And as you're ready, so if you have time in your day and in your practice and you want to stay in Shavasana, you're feeling really cozy, I invite you to do that. Give yourself that gift of stillness and integration, of rest, and grace. If you don't have time right now, that's okay. We'll come out together, coming back to seated. That might be one nice thing about a home practice, right? You can make it a little longer if you want. Come back to seated amidst all of my covers and scarves. Finding your way back to seated, yourself cozy. Back to our seat together and bring the hands together. A little more. Bring the hands to heart center. This hands over the heart first. Breathing in some of that light and healing energy that we are receiving in Shavasana. Bringing the hands together at heart center. And the invitation is to pause here in gratitude to yourself for showing up and making this time for yourself. It's not always easy to do. And gratitude to Guiding Soul for giving us this time and space to be together. And also gratitude for the market. So today is the holiday market. There won't be markets next week or the week of New Year. So I hope some of you can join us or join folks at the market there. Again, just gratitude to all the folks that make that possible. Volunteers, farmers, folks that work in the stores, truck drivers, all the hearts and hands that are part of that process, including you, community at the markets. It's in that spirit of love and gratitude and community that the light in me honors and sees the light in each of you. Namaste. Happy holidays. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Danielle will be with you next week. Actually, as I say that, you guys check back on the video because since Guiding Soul is closed, I'm going to check in with Danielle and see if we're doing live classes over the holiday. If not, you'll have full access to all of the videos. So just keep an eye on here whether we're